All right, we're gonna call this meeting of the West Township Board of Trustees to order.
Alright, first thing on the agenda is to, sign the minutes from the previous meeting. I think I sent everybody a copy of those. If there's any additions, corrections?
I thought it looked pretty good. Do we need to make a motion to accept those?
Accept them, yeah.
I'll
Probably.
make the motion,
I'll second.
accept the minutes.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign?
I'll need this one
Well,
back.
thank you.
Alright, the, next thing on the agenda is to organize as a township board. Currently Tom's president, you guys are both members. Motion to
It's up to you guys. Keep it the same?
Yeah, works for me.
leave it the same?
Yep, make a motion and leave it the same?
Oh, okay. I think you were secretary.
Secretary.
Yeah, okay, so we'll put you down for, okay. Township policies, didn't have any revisions from last year, so leave that all the same. Township assistance guidelines, I did make some modifications in that. Basically, everything as far as the guidelines stayed the same. The only thing that I did was update the appendixes. Brought the income guidelines, they're 150% of federal poverty guidelines. I brought those up to date for 2006 guidelines. So that's the same. The food, brought those up to the same amount. Household essentials, increased those also. And I got all of that information off of the LIHEAP federal poverty guidelines for fiscal year 2026.
And tell me, what does that say? A household of one
Yeah, correct.
is how much?
100% is 15,650. We go by 150%, which is 23,475.
Do they, is that really what our government considers 150% of poverty? So poverty's,
Yeah, it's 15,650 is poverty, but I think most agencies go 130%.
Okay. I didn't know that you had a choice to
Yeah, you can
sliding scale it.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically wherever you want to.
Cool.
On the housing, we never had a max on that. I found on the SNAP Food and Nutrition Service, they've got a 2026 cost of living adjustments, and the shelter cap value was increased to $744. We never had a cap on it, so I figured we might as well just use that.
Okay.
And the homeless shelter increased to $198.99, which basically would get them around here a week,
Okay.
a little bit over a week. So I put those in, and I think that, burials, we have that at $1,000, and that's where it's been for a couple of years.
Did I get you 3 or 4 feet down then?
That'll get you cremated,
Okay. Oh, okay, well, there you go.
yeah.
Okay.
And then on the other assistance information sheet that I had a question in here. Well, I guess, yeah, does the township have a smartphone with multiple options, texting, internet? Everybody's got that now, so I'm gonna just eliminate that
Okay.
out, so that'll be updated then.
Okay.
Have a motion to accept the resolution 2026-1. Be resolved that the attached document shall serve as the standards for the administration of township assistance in West Township, Mercer County, adopted the 6th day of January 2026. So do I have a motion to
I'll make a motion.
So accept that resolution?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, then what I will do is get a copy of this to the,
Those numbers seem painfully low.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
just,
If they consider that poverty, we're all in trouble.
yeah. Hopefully we won't have a tornado come through.
Yeah, no kidding, cause you're not gonna get anything.
all right. The next thing is kind of one that just popped up. The computer that I've got downstairs. When I was doing the annual report, when it started up, oh shit. Shut it off, rebooted it, wouldn't come on.
It's recorded.
Yeah. But,
Sorry, kids.
Gosh darn it.
so I finally got it going. Made everything that I needed to do, and since then, the last 2 days, it's not started up for me again, so I looked, we purchased that in 2011.
Wow.
It's got Windows 10 on it.
So you're about due for a new one.
Yeah, it's just giving me.
Maybe in a couple years when the budget allows.
So I stopped at PC Source
Okay,
here in town. Talked with them there. I get a computer, monitors, speakers, the package that they've got, be about $1,400, something like that. And what the kid told me is I could bring current
Mhm.
tower unit in, they would transfer
transfer
everything
whatever they
over
could.
and bring it home, plug it in, and be just ready to go. So
I don't think you have a choice. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome that it lasted that long.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
Lord, 15 years.
the only other thing that I'd like to do is maybe check with them to see what type of security that they
Yeah,
recommend and get that then also.
I
just
agree
a
with that.
Top of the line security for it,
A
so,
bigger monitor for your aging eyes, maybe?
Yeah.
Mhm.
yes.
Okay. 44 incher?
Oh, no, not that big. I don't have room in the office for that. But,
I'd make room for that.
so, and we can get that out of the capital outlays for the township capital outlays. I think we've got 2,000
Perfect,
budgeted in there for
perfect.
that, so. We'll go
You think
ahead.
that'll take care of the antivirus too? Or-
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause you'll do a monthly, probably, whatever, is it a monthly antivirus, yearly? I don't even know.
Yearly is what I've been,
Okay,
I've had McAfee and yearly, and I think really I've had it for our computers and I can put up to 5 computers on it, so I just added the township
okay.
on there,
okay,
so it's all covered.
cool.
So I'll take the tower in tomorrow, get that done, and he said I should be able to pick it up tomorrow then too.
Wow.
So, yeah, so,
Well, that's great.
okay, so.
Buy local.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
what I
what I
thought. I
like.
thought about going to Best Buy, but then
Yeah.
I'm thinking, hey, they can do the whole
And if
whole
something
deal.
screws up, you can go
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah.
No, I prefer local all day long.
At
Right.
Best Buy, you'll have to ship it off and wait for it
Right.
to come back in
Yeah.
3 or 4 months.
Yep.
Yeah,
And your stuff won't be there.
Updates at West, the park out there. The polyvinyl fence is in, just waiting for Dennis to install it. Kinda waiting for the weather to clear on that.
yeah,
I did make one modification on it. We had figured in a 6-foot gate. The mowing crew has a 60-inch deck, so it leaves 12
Foot.
inches,
yeah.
6 inches aside.
Did you go with 8-foot gate?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I did, is up to an 8-foot
That's
gate.
good,
It was a $64 upcharge, so,
So.
wonderful.
yeah.
well,
It'll be a
okay.
$200 repair when they whack.
Yeah,
So, or more, probably
yeah,
400 bucks.
more than that.
Yeah, great.
I did make contact with Banner Electric on lighting out there, waiting for a return call from them.
Okay.
The 25-foot flagpole, the lower section, I was able to take it out, replace that lower section, put it back in, so it's fully functional now,
Good deal.
so. Donaldson Cemetery. Nick Lunetta, the guy that does our mowing, had mentioned that on the west side and the north side, that the brush from the neighbors is encroaching onto the township property. So I talked with Mr. Gregory on the west side, Tim Pletcher on the north side, and they both gave us permission to go on there, so I talked with, David Flossinger with
Okay.
Rivers Tree Service. He's got a deal like Eric Sims had it, puts on
Mulch
the
everything.
skid loader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll go in there and
oh, that's great,
clear back 8 feet.
that's great,
And both neighbors were okay with that.
that's awesome,
So I gave him the go ahead to go ahead and do it. It'd be between 1,000 and 1,200 is what he
Okay.
was figuring.
It's money
But
to
he'll
spend.
have a guy clearing out underneath the fence and everything and pushing
Nice.
it onto the neighbors and then grinding it out.
okay,
So that'll be done.
very nice,
Indiana Township Association. We pay dues to them. The
Mhm.
dues have been $250, they've gone up to $300 a couple years ago. At the training conference we had in September, they voted and passed a resolution to increase the dues. It used to go off of assessed value.
okay,
They changed it to budget. I don't know why they did that, I don't agree with it, because budgets can be anything. I mean,
right,
you know, I said, make it what your annual expenses, because
Right.
then you truly know what the township is.
correct,
And they're considering something, but they haven't done that, but our dues would have gone from $300 to $1,000.
Geez.
wow,
And I can't justify $1,000. I mean,
I got no
They-
problem,
they help with some things, but half of the trustees in the county don't belong to them anyhow, so I could still get information from
From
the
them.
joining ones
Yeah.
that do.
how often do you ever go to them? Do you ever call them for a question or,
I have, yeah,
Okay.
a couple, 2-3 times a year maybe.
okay,
But they said you could apply for a hardship, because when they came out with this, everybody's budgets had already been set.
but that only buys you 1 year,
So they sent back and they sent this invoice to me for $300, which I'll go ahead and pay that.
okay,
and-
so you'll be another year, one more
Yeah.
year, and then
Yeah.
see what they decide on their
Yeah,
pricing.
so
Okay. Why do only half the trustees in the,
I don't know.
okay,
I mean, it's just, Polk Township, Green Township, really the ones that only go are Center, West, Union, and Walnut.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
the only trustees that have gone the last several years. So I'll go ahead and go with the,
I would take your recommendation on that, because I've never had anything to do with that or know what they even do, so
yeah,
I'm glad you're looking at it. It seems like when you get in the habit of paying for a prescription, you just pay for it.
yeah,
And until somebody ruffles a feather by raising the price like Comcast, then you get ticked and start looking around, so that's gonna happen to them if they're not a little more careful.
right, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
whatever,
I think it really is gonna happen, but.
yeah,
The other thing, when was this, in 24? Well, I think the crash happened in 24 at the McElrath Cemetery where they got right into the fence.
yes,
Judgment came out where he was supposed to restitution in the sum of $2,713.44. I hadn't heard anything on that, so I called the prosecutor's office last week. Talked with Sharon Doda, and she was supposed to check on this and get back with me, because that's what, I just assumed that he's not ever gonna pay this, and
that's what I would always assume.
and
Yeah.
she said, nah, he should, because it was to reduce to a civil judgment if he paid it.
Oh,
So she was gonna check on it.
Okay.
The complication came in, there were charges in another county, I think Fulton
Yeah,
County. on
they
that.
had a warrant and then crashed in our county.
Yeah, so I haven't heard back from her, so, but
well, that will be, if you get it, it will be found money, like, don't expect it.
yeah,
I can take the cause number 2 and check into it tomorrow as well.
you do that, okay.
It's good to have law on your side.
Yes.
I've never said that out loud in my life.
Now it's recorded.
It is recorded.
We
You know,
approve.
My mind can change pretty quickly.
The next thing is the legislation update.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I sent
I think you did.
emails on it and stuff. You know, they've come up with a scoring system to figure out townships that probably should be combined with others. From what I can see looking at it, I mean, I think we don't get the 4 points that they're saying that it would need to be.
Okay.
So we've been on time on everything. I looked at annual reports from different townships, and this is a statewide thing. I couldn't break it down to
Just us.
to just Marshall County, but on submission on 22, 23, and 24, and this is getting the annual reports.
Right.
There's showing 1,002 townships. Of that, in 22, 899 filed their annual reports on time, 98 received late. Total received was 987, so there's 5 that were never received. In 2023, 915 on time, 83 late, and 998.
That's a pretty good score on townships overall. That's 90%.
99.6%, and to get them, but
I mean, that's whatever.
896 in 2024, 101. And you know you have to do it.
Right.
I had mine done. The only thing I was waiting on January 1st was to get the bank statement, the interest that we earned. So I had to wait until
Right.
the 31st to get that. I think I printed mine out at 11 o'clock in the morning. And it took me half an hour on the first to get it done. So it's done. It's, you know it's got to be done.
Right.
So I don't know why people delay. You know, you just make sure as you're going through the year that everything balances out.
Right.
And you should
Seems
be
to me
good.
that's obviously what they're pushing for, is that everybody
Yeah.
do it right and right on time.
Yeah. I did go through and
Wow.
looked at disbursements for township assistance requests, because that's one of the
Right,
criteria
criteria.
and stuff. In 23, we had 25 requests, 13 and 24 and 21 this past year. Tippecanoe Township had 6, 8 and 24, and don't know what they had this year. Polk Township had 8 and 23, and 17 last in 24.
Okay.
Green Township had 3 and 23 and 2 and 24. So the surprise is Center Township in 23 they had 525.
I'm sure.
24 they had 601.
Good Lord.
And I would have thought that Bremen or German Township would have been second, but they weren't. German Township had 20 and 23 and 78 and 24, but I think that 78's wrong. It didn't jive up
Out of
with the
whack.
other information in there. But Walnut Township had 122 and 23 and,
Where's Walnut? What town?
Argus.
Argus. Okay.
Outside the tracks.
and 108 in 24.
Wow.
So Plymouth, then Walnut, and down that way. But that was kind of interesting,
Yeah.
pulling those up, just kind of looking at it.
And the scoring on that, it devalues us if there's less or more.
They are
Requests.
wanting 20, I think it was townships with 24 or less would get a point. So they want more township assistance
Okay.
applications.
And that's applications, not approvals.
Yeah.
So somebody could get 100 applications, they're fine, and approve 0 of them,
Yeah.
and you look good on their scoring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll just send in some more, we can all submit some.
Sure.
I mean,
We
it
all
seems
have
like,
neighbors.
yeah, I'll just do it on my own behalf.
Yeah, 1 point for any township which has received 24 or less township assistance applications in 23 and 24 would receive 1 point, for each year. But I think that number, from what they said at the last meeting, or the, Zoom meeting, that number may change. I don't know if they didn't say if it would go up or down, but I gotta assume it's gonna go up.
Seems like an arbitrary number that someone threw a dart at a board,
That's
so,
all
I
of,
mean, you can't compare townships
yeah.
equally.
Yeah.
I
I think the majority of the townships that need to be combined are in southern counties.
Yeah, that
Sure.
makes sense.
I agree with that.
I mean,
Very low
there's-
population,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Just
Yeah.
extremely rural.
Right,
But that's, I mean, that's their thing, is to reduce townships by between 30 and 40%.
so they're not wanting to get rid of all, are they on their way to get rid of all township assistance, or just
No, township
make it
assistance.
fewer?
Township assistance would be still there.
Okay,
It would be just combining
right,
townships.
so you'd
Like-
put Walnut and Green together or whatever and make them, yeah.
Under one trustee,
Walgreens.
so you don't have to pay the trustee.
Yeah,
Walgreens Township, got it, we're already doing it.
But the townships have to be contiguous.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and I don't know, the question was asked if my township here would go with the township that the corners touch,
yeah,
and they didn't have an answer to that, so, yeah, that's also
Well, there's Green, Argus, Walnut, and Walnut. So Walnut and Green have two townships in the middle.
do they really?
no,
They don't, I'm sorry, they've got
Argus,
tax codes that
Walnut
way.
Township, Walnut
Tax
Township.
codes that way, not the township.
Yeah, Walnut Township, Green
Okay,
Township,
so
they're
they're-
next to each other, yeah. But part of Argus is in Green Township, part of it's in,
Okay, got you,
yeah,
yeah,
but in Green Township, with the fire territory, they don't have any fire anymore, so the only thing they've got is their township
Yeah.
assistance, and maybe day, that's
Okay.
the only funds that they have anymore, so.
Yeah.
well,
That's rough.
So
Yeah.
I would look for those townships to combine, possibly Tippecanoe Township, because there's an issue with, elected officials. Matt Pitney's the trustee, Sharp, not Sharp, it's
Snyder.
Snyder's a board member, and I don't know if they have,
I think they still have, do they have a caucus to
for,
appoint
oh,
the empty seat?
I don't know if they did or not.
I know we talked about it.
Yeah, but I know I think there's only 2 board members in Tippecanoe Township. They couldn't ever get a third one
wow,
that I'm aware of, but I don't know that for sure. But
Yeah, I think
so
you're
that Tippy could maybe, if something happens, they could merge with Walnut, or they could merge with Bourbon, which
yeah,
Bourbon would make sense because they're the same school district.
Mhm.
yeah, so that would make
So
sense.
close.
Yeah, so, but that's something that's gonna be brought up in legislation this year. But townships cannot merge in an election year, so they can't merge this year, but they can get everything prepped to merge
For the following year,
27.
when they vote again, so they're trying, but we're staggered
No.
members, aren't we? We
No,
don't all run
we're
at once.
we're
Oh, we all run at
together,
once?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought we were staggered.
Yeah.
no, we're all at the same time.
Okay,
There's an interim,
okay,
and then the main.
Yeah.
Like when I came on, I think there was 2 years, and then
yeah, okay, I
they
got
did
it,
the main election, and then it's.
right.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're all 4 years on, and it's this year, so filing deadline is, I think, February, something I saw this morning, early February, so.
I mean, I kinda get it, but, how many school superintendents are in Marshall County? 6? Argus Culver, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
one guy can't make the call to hold off school because it's icy.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'm painting them all with a worthless brush, but
The school is the biggest majority of our.
tax money,
taxes,
and you've
yeah.
got 6 leaders in one county,
Yeah.
so whatever.
It's
I mean,
huge.
my feeling with all this is if it comes down to where they're gonna absorb us, we're gonna have a spending spree in West Township and do some really nice stuff, cause the money needs to stay here. Not go to some other
Yeah.
entity to whiz away.
Yeah, but truthfully, I don't think that the legislation would affect us.
Okay, good.
So I think.
I kind of picked that up when you were telling us about the points, and I thought, well, you know, we can, whatever.
Yep.
Good goofy system.
Capital improvement projects for 26. I was looking at what we had, you know, we were talking about a sidewalk, maybe replacing their retaining wall, lighting at West. And then maybe do some on, cemetery headstone restorations. I had gotten quotes from the Stonehugger Cemetery Restoration in Nashville, Indiana, and Not Forgotten Preservation in New Paris, and they were both really, really high.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think you sent those to us.
Yeah, Dennis Manuel lives, you know, you can see his house from McElrath Cemetery, but
Yeah.
the problem with him, and he approached me probably 3-4 years ago, and he wanted to do that, and, you know, we agreed for him to start doing it. He was currently, at that time, he was employed with the cemetery in Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
Just after we talked, a couple months, he took the building inspector position in Plymouth and
Oh,
has just been swamped with that, so he hasn't done anything.
okay.
At the ITA conference in September, we met and talked with a gal that was really into the cemetery restorations and everything. We talked with her, she gave me a name of a guy down in Tennessee that she said, hey, you may contact him. A lot of times he goes out and he does things that you can get community involved. He'll come and he'll basically,
Teach people kind
yeah,
of.
you get stuff done for free type thing.
Okay.
And a lot of times he'll even bring people with him. Well, I talked with him being in Middle Tennessee, he said, you know, that's a long way and stuff. So he gave me the name of this Arnett Monument Cleaning and Cure out of Silver Lake.
Okay.
And I called that guy before Christmas, and got a call yesterday, I guess, wasn't it? Got a call back from him. And he goes all over the state, and he charges $85 an hour, but his time starts when he gets to the cemetery, and his time stops when he leaves the cemetery. He doesn't charge for the
Travel time.
travel time. The Silver Lake's what, an hour away,
Right.
something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Would he be willing to do it? Did you ever talk to him?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I asked him, you know, what his summer looked like next year, and he said he's really, really busy, but he's doing some cemeteries down in Indianapolis, and
Wow.
he'll go down there and do a cemetery for a little bit, and then he'll break away and go someplace else, and then.
This will be closer to home for him.
Yeah.
But he said too that, you know, he can show you how to do it. These other places, they were pushing to clean the headstones
Yeah.
and scrubbing them and everything like that. And he says,
Everything we're told not to do.
yeah, well,
And
they
basically-
do them, but they do them with soft brushes.
Right.
And it could take them 2-3 hours to clean a
Wow.
headstone. He's saying, you know, the solution they use is D2, I believe it is. Everybody uses that. He said, spray it on there and let it do the work, because that's a way that, it's like a wash and forget type
Right.
deal.
Right.
It lets the wind and the weather and the rain and everything clean the stone. So that's what he suggests.
So he can spray a lot of headstones in an hour.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Come back
walk
later.
away, or does he have to come back, or does he just?
Once you do it, like what Amy did in Center Township, you know, you really need to go back and spray them every year type of thing,
Okay.
just to keep
Keep
them.
up on it.
Well, I mean that's a
Keep them on a
that's
solid.
a start.
Yeah, but I told him that, I need to get with Dennis and talk with him to see if he still wants to do something. I said maybe he could do, one cemetery and this other guy
Yeah.
could do some, if Dennis still wants to do it.
Okay.
And he said, well, yeah, you gotta be careful that, you know, what he's doing and stuff, and I said, you know, I talked to Dennis, and he's very particular in what he does, and he's taken a lot of training classes and stuff, and wants to do this, get into it. I said, Center Township had, the last name is MAHAN. And I said, you know, what they did is they used the stiff nylon bristle brushes with the drills,
Yeah,
and this guy knew immediately who it was, and he said, that is
that's
absolutely,
not what you want to do.
absolutely the worst thing to do to them.
Right,
And as far as epoxy, you know, what they've used in the past on the guy that we had previously do it, you know, maybe Gorilla Glue or something like
Right.
that, and it would hold, but this guy said that's hard on him too, because that gets down into the pores of the stone and you can't get it out.
oh,
So, I mean, a lot of things that he was saying make a lot of
Sense, yeah.
sense, so.
What a weird business to be in.
I
Is
agree,
he-
and I didn't know you could take a class for this.
85 bucks an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to retire.
Yeah, no
And
kidding.
he even offered, you know, the,
A pump sprayer. I mean,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Does he reset the, like the stone if it's tilted? Does he
Yeah.
reset it?
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
he'll build up the,
dig it out,
Base.
and if the base needs to be replace the base and
Oh,
reset
wow.
the stone.
does he like cement the base if it's cracked or something?
That's not cement, they use some
Or
type
whatever
of,
it is.
some type of mortar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't wanna,
Okay,
a lot of the tablet was like the Civil War veterans and stuff,
yeah,
you know, they'll go down in the ground, but they'll have a base there that'll go into.
Okay, like
A
a
lot of-
slot in the base and it sits
Yeah,
in
and
it?
it slides in, but
Okay.
what, a lot of times that they would do is they'd use concrete for that base. Now, if the mower hits it, the weak point is
Yeah.
At the base.
there,
Snap off.
so that's where it breaks.
mm,
Um, So, yeah, they just got better ways to do it. This guy seemed really on top of.
Wow,
What
well,
he's
good,
doing,
maybe it'll
so-
work out, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I told him we were gonna meet tonight. I'd let him know. And, he wants to get together sometime, come up and look and see what we've got and,
Get a quote.
give us an idea.
Would you give him a starting point and a finishing point, like start here, or does he figure out where to start? Does
I would give him an area probably, I think Dennis is working on Union One Cemetery on 10B Road. I think he's never sent me a bill for anything, but I think he's been doing some work there.
Okay.
So I'd almost like to see this guy go into McElrath Cemetery.
Right.
Even though that's next to Dennis's house, there's more to be done there that needs to be done.
Yeah.
So that's where I would get with him to say, okay, what do you
Right.
think here? There's 3 sections in that cemetery, and it's by age. The furthest to the north is the oldest, and that's where the most
Damage,
stones are broken and leaning and stuff. So
Very cool,
that's what I was thinking, was get with him and
yeah,
go there.
that's awesome.
So we'll come back to this in the next section here. Now what we need to do is organize as a Township Board of Finance. President,
That's
Secretary.
different than the whole other thing,
Yeah, it's different, the responsibility. is-
same people, same players.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
That's what we've
wanna
always
do
done in
You
the
okay with
past.
that? I don't,
Fine.
it doesn't matter to me, I'm good with anything.
Okay.
Board of Finance,
All right. What I've got here's, in mid-December, I reached out to Center Bank and First Source Bank to notify them that West Township had a 12-month CD in the amount of $1.1 million maturing on January 1st of 26. I let them know that I would like to reinvest some portion of that principal after discussing options with the board. I again reached out to the banks on January 5th to get updated quotes in order to make a judgment as to how much and which bank to place the public funds for calendar year 26, because the rates did change
Mhm.
slightly. Centur responded with a 6-month at 3.55%, a 12-month at 3.35, and our current money market is earning 3.5. First Source came back at 3.7%, a 12-month at 3.6, and an 8-month at 3.75, but that would be capped at $1 million. We couldn't put any more than that in there. The following account information existed on December 31st, 2025. Our commercial now checking account has an ending balance of $600.09. The money market account, which earns 3.5% for the course of 2025, it accumulated a total of $19,314.53 in interest. The ending balance on that account is $514,567.42. And what I do is probably once a month, I take money out of the money market, transfer it into the checking
Right.
account. So
Keep the
that,
checking account lower.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep as much interest. We used to have a 15,000 minimum month that we had to keep in the checking account. But I questioned that a couple of years ago and they said, no, you don't have to have there's no minimum,
Okay.
whether a penny or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I try and keep as much in the money market as possible. The 12-month CD that we had, we took it out on January 2nd, 24 for $1.2 million. It matured on January 1st of 2025 and earned 5.35% over the course of 2024. Had an ending balance of $1,264,200. So we get $64,200 in interest.
It's good.
Wow, very good.
On January 3rd of 2025. So that doesn't show in 24's financials, but it'll show in 2025.
Right, the interest will be applied at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so on January 3rd of 25, we renewed the CD for $1.1 million with a maturity date of January 1st, 26, which earned 4.25% for the course of 25. That on January 1st of this year, that showed interest of $45,853.57. I haven't done anything with that yet.
Okay.
I was waiting until after this meeting to go in there. But that amount of interest will show on 26 financials.
Okay.
So the township funds for the year ending December 31st, 2025 was $1,615,167.51. So, do I have a motion to approve the financial?
I'll make the motion to approve the financial part for
I'll
that.
second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I think that's pretty good. Wow, there were times in here where interest was
Yeah, it was just this
$400 and,
Yeah,
Yeah.
The nice thing is that will lower the township rate.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, and we've seen that several
Yes,
years in a row.
yeah, we have. Which is pretty good.
Yes,
That-
very good.
That doesn't happen.
Not very often for other townships.
Are you asking for recommendations of where to move that money then?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I've got here, is just kind of our income in last year for the township was basically the local income tax of $115,080. Interest was $85,170. Q Fire, we got the tax disbursement, $85,000 and change, and the fire and EMS was $182,000.
okay,
So total cash received was $490,481.87. Our expenses for the township was $195,000, but $118,639 was transferred from the township to the rainy day fund. So our true expense was just over $76,000.
okay,
Township assistance was just under $8,000. Cube Fire was $24,000. Fire and EMS, we paid part of the fire and EMS, the contract with Plymouth, out of the fire and EMS fund, part of it out of the rainy day fund.
okay.
So
So it's 289, 180 for the entire year, for fire and EMS, okay,
so the total township expenses were roughly $397,000.
okay,
Okay, then the far right, township fund has $276,000 and change. Township assistance, $56,000. Q Fire, $307. Fire EMS, $247,000 basically. Rainy day, $727,000. So our December balance is at 1.615. Yeah, projected expenses, I'm thinking township expenses maybe gonna be 420,000,
Okay,
something like that. And receipts gonna be 450,000,
mhm,
something like that, so we're gonna come out with more money. But what I was thinking is, if we, would wanna do some rainy day funds on the box over here, sidewalk is 15 grand, retaining walls 13, lighting maybe 10, and then that was just a guess.
right,
If we wanted to do something with playground equipment, it'd be maybe 50. Cemetery restoration 30. One thing that we don't, I guess, wanna do is do all of the capital improvement right away,
Right.
because then that could be where we have to fund that road and infrastructure fund.
right,
So I just kinda thinking of playground equipment, maybe not doing that at this time, but kinda prepping things and maybe looking into it a little bit
Sure.
more.
Right.
But I guess that's what I was thinking was, the cemetery restoration, I don't know if we just put a number like 30,000 in there I don't know if the guy would even, have that much time to do that
I
much.
agree, he won't be able to use that up.
Yeah, but just kind of put those numbers for the sidewalk, retaining wall, lighting. So maybe using, it'd be what, 100, would be 68,000 of money to possibly use on capital improvements.
Okay,
So I guess what I was thinking, if we did a 1.2 million CD, what was it? Yeah, that would leave us 445,000 roughly.
okay. Yeah,
And I don't know if, do we wanna do 1.2? I mean, we could even do maybe a 1.3.
Have 345,000.
Yeah, to work
Right.
with. I mean, we're gonna get cash draws from the
correct,
tax draws.
I like that idea. It looks
Um,
more like forced savings when you do it,
Yeah,
and then,
You put it in a 6 month or you do it?
well, that was the next thing. Do we wanna put it all in a 12-month, or, I don't know that there's anything,
They're gonna need the money for it.
yeah,
Well, and we have,
that we're gonna
right.
need the money for.
and rainy day has quite a bit in it still.
so
We could pull from that. if
Well,
we had
yeah,
to.
but that
That's
rainy
part of
day
it.
will be part of that
Oh,
1.3.
part of that, okay.
you
Yeah.
wanna do a 6-month CD at the highest rate, if it makes sense to move it, if it's 0.05,
Unless
I
it's-
wouldn't change banks for,
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
interest
Not
rates
that
might go
much.
down too, so.
So right now, Centur at 6 months, they're gonna go down, I'm sure.
Yeah,
And
so
so
maybe
we're
lock in a
betting
year.
on, are they gonna go down more than we think they're gonna go down? If they do,
Yeah,
the world's gonna rejoice, so,
well, first source is
3.7. for 6
3.7.
months.
7,
We
okay.
did 3.6 for a year though.
It is 3.6 for a year,
Yeah,
and that gets a 1.3 in there.
well, so we do the 6 months at 3.7.
Yeah, it's up, I think,
But we gamble it,
We're-
that's gonna drop in 6 months too.
it's gonna drop.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is, it's been dropping steadily now for how long? It's
Yeah.
not steady fast enough, but it's steady.
well, Trump's trying to get to do.
Right, he gets his new guy in there.
measure it, But, so I think they'll drop at least once, I don't know how much.
I mean, it could drop from 3.7 to 3.6 for the next 6 months, you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But are you comfortable tying it up for a year?
this year, there's nothing that can be changed as far as, township elimination or merging.
Yeah,
and what's the penalty if you needed it?
I don't know.
Don't, yeah.
some banks, you don't get any of the interest. It used to be that way.
You lose it all.
I think today that's almost illegal, so I think they might have a withdrawal penalty clause of some number.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's highly rare,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's just,
You know, the money market we're getting is 3.5, so it's actually more than a 12-month CD.
But how long do you think that will stay?
I think it'll drop down the next,
The next go to quarter or whatever,
Yeah.
they do that quarterly, I don't even know when they do it, but.
yeah,
I mean, I personally think for no much lower than that is, we're locked in for a year in case interest rates continue to drop.
And
at
I
least get
believe they're
6
gonna
more
drop.
months
I mean, I'm not a gambler, but I feel
Yeah.
like all indicators,
continuously.
yeah.
the other thing was they had the 8-month at 3.75.
But only $1 million.
At $1 million though, yeah, I mean, that,
Well, if he
whatever.
could put the other 0.3 and the 3.7 at 6 months,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
then you're just more work, right? I mean,
it's tough, this is a tough call,
Yeah, that's,
cause it's a big number.
yeah,
obviously want to get the most bang for a buck too.
1.2 million times oh 1,
Yes,
is that the difference?
Point one,
Point,
.10, I think,
just point 1,
yes,
okay,
120,000,
that's how much difference we're
no,
talking.
that would,
no, it'd be 12,000
Yeah.
probably,
yeah.
Would be
Yeah.
12,000,
12,000, yeah.
that's why I thought it was .01.
So we gamble. I mean, your idea of 8 months and a year is
Yeah,
a pretty good
12,000.
idea. At $1 million cap out. If it was my money, I think I'd do that.
Yeah.
And in 8 months, you're only got 4 months left of the year, and if it goes down a little bit, well,
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
only 4 months we lost.
right,
And then
that's a big number.
Well, if it goes down.
the 300,000 then at,
The
for a
3.7.
total,
Yeah, for the 8 month one. And then they'll both be in the same bank, right?
For source,
Yeah.
First source.
yeah, 3.75.
Is that okay with you?
yeah, that's
Okay.
300,000 at 12 months?
Yes.
Eight.
No, 1 million at 12 months, you got them backwards. That's a year, isn't it? No, sorry, I'm backwards. I'm backwards.
Or you think it's 6 months on that?
I was backwards on
I
these
was
two.
thinking 6 months on the 3.7. Right, we're trying to get the
Yeah,
higher
Yeah.
interest
the
rate.
8 month is 3.75.
Yeah.
Right, $1 million in there and then 300,000 in here, right? And
That's
then
what I
we
think, too.
Gamble with the next 6 months.
Yes,
And then,
With
yeah,
$300,000.
well then in another 2 months after that, we're gonna be figuring out what to do with this.
Yeah.
and then that too will get all of the interest in the same year that the CD comes due.
Right, correct.
again. Yeah, rather than,
Having to postpone it after
Yeah.
January 5th or whatever, right? I think that might square you away better
okay,
as far as that goes.
Yep.
I like that.
You agree, Cindy?
I'm not for sure what we just settled on.
Okay, so we did 1 million in here.
yeah, that's an
Yeah.
official record.
Yeah,
Oh, it is?
8 month,
And then the 6 month gets
Yeah.
300.
At first source.
Yes. Well, that is an official record. Got any whiteout?
No.
no,
Well, I
Can we
do, but that's-
redact it?
That's fine, yeah, that's fine.
Like all my photographs?
redact. Got a Sharpie?
We're gonna redact everything. I want one question about the playground equipment.
Yeah.
Liability,
That's,
tell me about,
The
No.
sign that says play at your own risk or enter at your own risk.
right, but Township has liability insurance on the land we own and the house,
Yes.
and is it enough? And, I mean, I remember when we did St. Michael's Playground, we didn't seem to worry about the liability issue because the church had liability insurance, but I don't know.
yeah, I think if we put playground equipment out there, that we definitely would have to increase the
Right,
liability.
okay.
We had one lady slip down at the flowing well and slipped and fell. And she called the county, I got a call from Angie Birchmeyer. So I called this lady right back, and she wasn't looking to file a lawsuit or anything, she just slipped.
Why didn't you
And
know it was slippery?
there's no signs that, slippery when wet.
Oh,
I mean,
my.
but you gotta kind of look at that area. I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's
flowing
gonna get
wells-
greasy,
Yeah, and it
it
does.
gets greasy.
Yeah,
I've slipped there several times,
Yeah.
but, so I bought 2 signs, slippery, one wet, put one there,
enter at your own risk.
Yeah,
and, I kept the other one here for when that one gets
Flashing
stolen, I've
caution
got
sign.
another one to replace it with.
We're trying to buy a copy for the
Yeah.
stolen.
And I was temporarily gonna put that sticker one white out there in our landscape.
Yeah.
I think maybe you should have that tattooed on your face.
Jeez.
I know a tattoo guy. We can budget for that.
Okay, so
Computer
get a motion to
package
do
deal.
this,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so the review, 1 million in 8 months,
correct,
1.2.
300,000 for 6 months,
correct.
okay,
Yep.
At the higher rates.
All at first source,
Yep.
all at the higher rates, okay.
okay. Alright.
I do like the idea of getting those out of there before 2027. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
it's cleaner
Yeah,
than having to wait for these numbers to enter.
it's a rollover.
Same fiscal year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so. The last thing is the annual report.
Thank you.
And I think I did send these to you guys
Yeah.
also, didn't I?
Yes. So hard to read on my phone.
Yeah, well,
I
yeah.
was like, no, I can't even, I'm not even, and then there's so many pages, I didn't want to print it. Are we still talking about radios and things for upgrades?
They,
we
figured that
got-
out for us.
For the fire?
Fire department.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they've got them. I
okay,
don't have this, well, they've got them on order. I don't know if they've physically received them yet, but
Okay.
he's, programming the last that I heard, but
okay,
they should have them. I've asked for serial numbers, have not gotten those yet, so we can put that on our inventory.
okay.
But it's, yeah, this basically just summarizes everything. The disbursements are broken down by who the money went to, how much it went to each. And when I work throughout the year, I've got a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet that's the same as what our ledger is. And then I've got another Excel spreadsheet, that I use for, anytime we get any money coming in or disbursements going out. And it's a year-end report, so I keep track of everything in the right categories.
In real time and you don't,
Yeah.
never get behind on it?
Yeah.
That's smart.
And then at the end of the year, I think on the 29th or 30th this year, I just went in and sorted the one spreadsheet out. And then that gives me who the money went to,
That's
how
great.
much went to them, and it's just, it's just so much easier. And I keep up with that. Cause one year I was off by 2 cents, I think it was.
Oh, that's gotta be murder.
But it was terrible going through there. But the other issue that I had, and I explained this to the guy at PC Source yesterday. If I open up spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, and put numbers in and all my formulas calculated and everything, but the county sends me an Excel spreadsheet that has the LIT money on it. If I open up that email, which opens up Excel, I get the information off there, and then if I open up one of my files, after I've opened up the county one, I can put the information in, but the formulas don't work.
Oh,
And it was like,
Got a virus from the county.
well,
or they've spaced their formulas differently or something.
everything should be the same.
Well, it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, but I was going through and I was entering stuff, and I was, wait a minute, that's not adding up, it's not, so I looked at my formula, and formulas are right, but that's what I found it to be, and I was talking with my daughter about that, and she ran into a situation like that too. So as long as I can open up the counties, get the information, but then I've gotta close Excel out.
Really?
and then I can open up Excel from my
So it kinda
computer.
leaks over into the other
and-
form or
And
something?
it works, yeah, so
Nerd
hopefully,
alert.
hopefully that won't be an issue once I get the new computer tomorrow.
Well, I hope not either, but
Yeah.
maybe that'll fix your
And
nerdism.
it could be because I've got Windows 2010,
Uh-huh.
Kelly's got 2011.
Very well, could be.
That's it's just not picking it up right or
Right.
something.
Yeah, you're out of luck on that 2010 because they can't even they can't do anything.
They won't, yeah,
They won't even,
do anything with it.
I can't believe it lasts that long.
The other thing that I've found too is I bought toner. I bought it online one time because it was a lot cheaper than at Staples or somewhere, so I bought online. I get the box and it's just the toner box. I mean, there's no other packaging around it or anything. And it looked like it was damaged. I thought, what the heck? So I opened it up and I'm looking at it and I'm not feeling this warm, comfortable feeling with it. So I edited that.
Very good, Terry.
So I called the place that sent it to me, and I said, okay, the box looks like it was damaged, opened, you know, the toner cartridge is in here, but typically, don't you guys have a strip that you have to pull
Sure.
out to start it? She said, yeah, all the new ones do. Well, this one doesn't. So somebody
You got a used,
somewhere along the line
returned it,
opened it up and
traded it out and returned it.
yeah, it went or sent it on to me then.
What a great idea.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you gotta make sure you got the right
Right,
one. So
wow.
I sent that back, got a refund, just went to Staples, bought another one. But
We
then-
don't have a office supply in Plymouth anymore, do we?
We
That's
don't
too
win
bad.
Mac to DeGroot, they've
Yeah.
got cartridges, paper, everything, and they come up here and they'll deliver.
But then the last set of toners, I got the color toners and everything, I got ones that would, I don't know, 3,000 some pages.
Yeah,
Okay, the problem that I've got now is the blue and the yellow are bleeding out. So when I print something, and I don't know if you see any on this, but it'll have blue and yellow.
Oh yeah, I see at the top here.
Yeah, so I've gotta go through and clean,
oh yeah, oh, there you go.
clean that off, the toners off, before I print anything.
What is
Oh,
the-
Yeah.
that's bad.
And again, it didn't come from HP, it came from
Right.
Yeah,
another company, so I'm done with that, I'm just going with
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you.
HP stuff.
And also, don't get the long play stuff, cause you probably don't print enough to keep it active. And then
Well,
you're throwing,
with the laser, that
so
doesn't
it
dry
shouldn't
out.
happen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that doesn't dry out.
Okay.
The inkjet dries
Right.
out, yeah,
yeah.
so.
What's the Hidden Lake Paradise Campground one? I'm just curious, like looking at some of these random
What's that?
Hidden Lake
Hidden
Paradise
Lake Paradise
Campground.
Campground.
Yeah, I've had, what was it, 1,100?
Yeah.
I had two people that, at Astor Township.
I was just living out there.
Yeah, they were staying out there.
There seems to be quite a few people making that
Yeah.
permanent residency.
Yeah, and it's,
Then it's not supposed to be at all.
it can be because
Oh, really?
they've got a license to be open all year.
Okay,
I don't know how they got that, but
Yeah, I had to go out there a few times.
yeah, it's not,
Not what it used to be.
I've been out there too. Scott Elkins that runs it, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah, it's easy to deal with.
But,
wow.
and he's trying to keep it to construction guys only. Because they come, they go to work, they come
Seasonal,
back
yeah.
and don't,
They aren't just living
yeah.
there. Yeah.
And there's a lot of them that were
Wow.
working on that Amazon facility up in South Bend living here.
In their
Really?
campers.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, the last guy I helped, he's been up here for a little over a month and he was working construction in Texas. Worked for a company out of Atlanta, but the job was in Texas. That job finished. He came back up here because he originally lived in South Bend, so he was living here. Had worked in Indianapolis and stuff, lives in his camper. And looking for a job. He said nobody was hiring before the first of the year or anything, so I told him about Collins with property management or whatever.
Right.
And then also, Easter Day Construction. As I said, they're gonna be starting on a project here on the southwest side of town, and they may be looking for somebody, so.
Wow.
But, any questions on the annual report?
No, I think it looks really good.
Do, have a motion to approve the annual report as presented?
I'll make the motion to approve the annual report
Thank you,
as
Cindy.
presented.
And I will second that motion.
Thank you, Jonathan. All in favor?
Aye.
Looks really good, Terry.
Okay. I need some signatures on here.
You really got a gift for this stuff.
I wonder why.
Yes. Nerd alert.
Okay.
Just another day in the office.
Yeah, just cleaning out cartridges with tiny little
I
pins.
tell you,
Yeah.
I feel
Those
for
blue
you on
dots
those,
drive me crazy.
those
Yeah.
cartridges.
Okay, so I need a signature on.
Sometimes you order them online,
one
and
of
they don't
these
even
three
come.
lines.
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah,
And they
I'm
don't
with him
know.
though. I don't buy the Chinese knockoff nothing. I
Refilled
can't
crap.
take
Okay.
it.
Need an
Sorry, I
option
bled
one.
over a little bit.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah.
Or received and approved.
And then a signature there also, since you're the chairman, or president, the presidente.
El Jefe.
Maybe they'll get me picked up.
And then Cindy just on the, yeah.
Maybe I'll get a free ride in a helicopter like that Venezuelan guy. That looked like fun.
And that is all I've got. You know, I guess one thing that I didn't mention right at first, is January 6th, 2026, the meeting started at 5 o'clock. Cindy Sleniger, Tom Flynn, Jonathan Bryant, the only other person is myself, and Tammy, my wife, as the clerk, I guess, yeah. No other members from the public here, so. Have a motion to adjourn?
Second. I don't know if I can say it.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn. Okay, I'll second.
All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
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 Yeah, meeting.
Thank you, Tammy.
Meeting's closed. Red button there.